Hi there, and thank you for joining the Goddess Diaries. My name is Nina, and this is the long-awaited next part of the Ancestry / Witch Trials video. I know it's been an absolute age since we went to the last, since I put out the first one, should I say. We had an absolutely fab time going to that location. So the location that we went to was North Berwick. Okay, and there's some good information in that video. There's not like an absolute there's not an absolute load of info because there's not much. There's not a lot there. It's like that, you know, I'm absolutely going to still do a lot of research on it because, you know, where's all the documents from family and things? You know, was it something that, you know, did these women get accused of these things? Did all their family go down with them? Did nobody carry on the tale? You know, and quite a few are documented, but between 4,000 and 6,000 people were accused of witchcraft in Scotland alone. I mean, that is like more than all the other witch trials. And it's something that we never thought, it's not that we never thought, people of my generation know that. It's not something that we are proud to say. It's not something that we like to take, you know, we like to make news of because we wished it seriously had never happened. You know, this was a lot of innocent lives just because of superstition. You know, it's heartbreaking. It really, really is heartbreaking. And, you know, quite a few places in Scotland going right up the coast. My family lived, because my family were East Coasters for a long time. So, you know, my family had to live through these. So, you know, I just wonder how they would think. I would like to think I would know how they would think. But however, I'll go a wee bit into that in the video. So just after this quick clip here, I'm going to be putting in the footage that I took from North Berwick. If you're watching this and you're from North Berwick, I would love to know your comments. Even if you're just watching this and you're just interested in Ancestry and the witch trials, I would love to have your thoughts. You know, is there maybe any more information that you could share? And if there's links, if you know that of links that, you know, for information that you think people would enjoy, please feel free to put them in the comments, because I would definitely go and check them out. So now this video is going out, I don't even know what the date is. It's like the 24th of September. And there's going to be a memorial up in Fife soon. So if you're watching this, maybe go and Google that. I'll try and find a link and maybe link it in the show notes for you. I'm hoping that I can get up there during that time. I've got a feeling it conflicts with a date that I've already got something on, but I'll definitely check it out and I'll be up there either just before it or probably just after it so that I can actually get to see the memorial. There's a lighthouse up there that they are actually using as a memorial for all the women who were tortured and slaughtered. And I use the words because that is what happened to them. So let's get watching the rest of this footage then. Here we are at St Andrew's Kirk. So this is where all the action all happened when it came to witches. So basically from 1590, between 1590 and the 1700s, between 4,000 and 6,000 men and women, predominantly women, were tortured and slaughtered. And I'm going to use the word slaughtered because that's exactly what it was. Here in North Berwick. They were held here in St Andrew's Kirk, and some of the actual hangings and burnings and everything were taking place here. So some of the torture methods that they used here was called the breast stripper, and that is exactly what it says. It actually ripped the breasts off. So a few of you are probably most definitely Outlander fans, and on that one of the healers or witches was called Girly Duncan, so that person actually existed. Maybe not the way it's portrayed in Outlander, but definitely the way portrayed as a witch. So she was basically one of the first ones that was questioned. I'll go into her story more, not here, but I'll go into that later on in the video. And she basically took down quite a lot of people with her. Okay, so if you just want to go over here, and this tells you, this is a plaque here in St Andrew's Kirk that basically just tells you a wee bit about what happened there. Okay, so King James was a bit of an arse, really, who was fascinated with the whole demon and witchcraft thing. He went over to get his new bride over in Denmark, and as he was about to go, basically there were storms that wrecked the ship and they couldn't go and get it. So what he did, he was a very strong believer. If we want to just go outside and maybe we can see the water. He was a very big believer in witchcraft, and basically blamed the women here, especially the healers, and for basically creating the storm that caused him not to go and get his bride. So this is where it all started. He was the one that he actually wrote a book called Demonologica, something like, I'm probably not saying it properly because of the way that they pronounce things then. But basically this is where it all started here in Scotland. So between 4,000 and 6,000 people were obliterated. So this is where my family came from. So getting back onto the ancestry part of it, between here at North Berwick on the coast and Haddington is where my family lives. So Haddington's about 5 miles away from here. My family were sailmakers, so this is where they lived, and I'd imagine this is where they were. So they lived here from about the 1500s, early 1500s, that we can trace back to. Right until the late 1800s, well, probably mid 1800s, and then they went further up the coast. And the fact that they would have been here and seen these trials at the time, it makes me wonder exactly what kind of people they were. What, you know, who were they? Who were my family? You know, that's a question that I'm never going to get answered, but one that I would absolutely love to know. I wasn't brought up religious. I know that part of the family weren't religious, and were always very much in touch with our pagan side. So it just makes me curious as to what kind of people were they. Were they back then? A lot of people would go to like parish churches and like the Kirks, because that's just what you did. That was what everybody did, and everybody done everything that to fit in. Some of my family came over from Eastern European, so I'm wondering if that was that part. Did they come in here? Did they come here to work on the ships and then just stay here? You know, so another question that I can't quite answer right now, but it makes me wonder what went through their minds when they were here. You know, so they were here, were they here watching these trials? Were they very much all for them, or were they very much against them? And that's a question I'm also not going to get answered, but would love to know the answer to. I would like to think that they most definitely were very much against it. Okay, so we're just sitting here having a wee seat outside the St Andrew's Kirk with the water behind us. Okay, so this is, I mean, it's pretty phenomenal when you actually look at the place, isn't it? So this is Caroline, this is my daughter, and this is where our family lived. Our family came from here, they would have worked here, they would have been here during the trials. We don't know if they took part, we don't know if they were healers, we don't know if they were Christians, we don't know what kind of religion at all that they practiced, whether they were for it or against it, but during that time, they would have most definitely got everybody out to see it, because that was a part of it. They would include like the locals to make sure that they didn't do anything that would, you know, that would make them incriminate themselves. But they would absolutely definitely encourage each other to basically grass each other in and make up stories and do different things. So, like, I mean, what does it feel like just sitting here, like knowing like we're sitting in the place where all this took place?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool because you just don't know what it would have been like back then, and kind of the pressures that they would have felt to be part of that kind of situation, you know, like whether they would have wanted to be there or not, or whether they were secretly practicing missing something and maybe just being sneaky and not being caught.
Exactly, and that's what I would like to think, because like, you know, I'm not the only one in my family who is like the way that I am. So I know for a fact that I would like to think I would know for a fact. Like, I can't absolutely say I know for a fact, but I would like to think that I wasn't the only one, and that these, you know, and these people were absolutely against it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's even just sitting here knowing that these things happened here, and the torture that these women went through.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's quite surreal, because this is my first time here. I have actually never came to North Berwick, even though my family all come from this area. From like, between here and Kirk is where my family all came from before they started moving like, further up the coast for work, as I said, because they were sailmakers. But that must have been an absolutely horrific time for anybody to be living, and I can't believe that just in Scotland alone, the amount of people that, you know, not everyone died, but the torture that they went through. I mean, you would admit to anything. Mm-hmm. You really would. You would absolutely admit to anything.
Yeah.
I would, and I would, and do you know what? I probably would give names up as well, because they don't have, like, we're like strong, empowered women. We're feminists. You know, we want to stand up for the rights of everyone. But back then it wasn't the case.
Yeah.
You know, it really wasn't the case. And of course, you know, you look at all these wee towns. I mean, this is quite a built-up town as it is. It's still quite small, but it's built up. Back then it would have been even smaller, even though it was a port. Like, this is where everyone would have came to do, like, they would have had market stalls here, bakers, butchers. They would have had goods coming off the ships. Absolutely, you know, like, full of sailors, full of different things, but it would have still been quite a small town, you know. So to think all this was going on is quite horrific, actually. Yeah. It's quite disturbing. An absolutely gorgeous place. Beautiful, beautiful place. That was once filled with lots of horror. It's quite sad, isn't it?
It is.
It is a place tinged with a lot of sadness, and my family were here during that, and that's quite sad. Horrific, really, isn't it?
Pretty grim bits of history.
But look at that, look how beautiful this place is. It would have been a thriving, amazing, thriving community, which it still is. This is voted one of the best places to live in Scotland, I think, or maybe even the UK. So come to North Berwick, it's gorgeous.